There we- Okay, wonderful. Let's begin the class. Yay, we back. It's 20, what is it? 2024. And I hope the year's going well for you so far. We're already into it, right? Can't believe January's over. It was a long month. Oh my God. I think I have more anxiety in January than any other month, because it's like so long, you got no money and you're wondering if you still have clients. And then everything kind of starts to settle down, right? Yeah, Catherine, you know the feeling. Um, I'm recording. Okay, brilliant. So let's start with our opening chanting and prayers and meditation, as we normally do, and then we'll get into it. This is a series on Tibetan rituals and Buddhist rituals. And it doesn't matter if you've missed classes, we just kind of, the way I structure these sessions is that they are standalone as well as being part of something, bigger. So thanks for joining everyone, and thanks for everyone for watching on YouTube. We're going to start with the refuge prayer. So refuge is pretty much inviting the spirit or the energy of divine beings or your teacher or whoever you resonate with in terms of a spiritual being or deity. And yeah, if you're atheist, then you just kind of invoke your higher self or your best self as we do this, right? Um, all right, I see Kerry's joining. Let's wait for her to log on. All right, super. Welcome, Kegs. Happy birthday for yesterday. All right, everyone. Sitting comfortably, 2 feet on the ground, or if you might be sitting in a cross-legged position, that's good. We're going to just enjoy 3 deep breaths just to bring ourselves into this session, into the moment. So breathing in through the nostrils, nice and deeply. Slowly breathing it out the nose with control. Another deep breath in through the nose. Slowly exhaling it out. And last one, breathing in. Opening the mouth, gently sigh the breath out. Okay, breathing normally. We invite now the essence or the energy or the presence of a divine being into your space, into your home, whoever that may be, whoever you think is an enlightened being or a Buddha. And as we do this, we take refuge, which means that we acknowledge their divinity, and we acknowledge that their teachings or their actions have had a positive impact in the universe, and that we would also like to have a similar positive impact in the world, that we can become that which is our highest evolution. So that's pretty much the refuge prayer that I'm going to sing 3 times. Imagine that as we chant the refuge prayer. Sangye chodang soki chognam la janche badu dagni kyapsu chi dagi jinso gipe sunam ki drola benche sangye drupa shuk sangye chodang soki chognam la janche badu dagni kyapsu chi dagi jinso gipe sunam ki Rola benche sangye drupa shu sangye chodang soki chognam la janche badu dagni kyapsu chi dagye janzo gebe sonam ki Rola benchia sangye drupa shok. We then invite our guest into our home and we spend a moment thinking of their good qualities and we admire them with a sense of devotion. And then, as you invite a holy being or a good friend into your home, you offer them something nice, a gift. Think of what we could offer them, a mental offering, and your imagination has no limits. And as you think of what you could offer him, I will sing the mandala offering of offering the beautiful universe to the enlightened beings. Saji Buki Junshin Meto Cham Rira Blinji Ninde Gempadi Sangye Shindu Meite Uwagi Roku Namdak Shinla Jopa Sho Iram Guru Ratamandala Kam Niryatayami. The next part of the prayer is purification. And maybe there's obstacles that are going on in your life, some negative energy that you would like to be removed, some karma that needs to be purified. So we think first of what is something that I could have caused to bring this into my reality? In Buddhism, we believe in cause and effect. So whatever problem we're having has a correlation to an issue that we may have caused somebody else in the past life or this life. Think of that issue, or maybe you said or did something that you're not very proud of in the last week or two, and we don't want that karma to grow into something unpleasant for ourselves in the future. So we can stop that energy from expanding. We practice the four powers. We feel regret for whatever negative thought, action, or words we may have done in the past. Whatever it may be. Maybe it was just in the last week or two. We refuse to do it again, and maybe for a time period, we take refuge in our holy deity, in a higher power to help us, because sometimes our willpower alone is just not enough. And then finally, we think of a remedy. How can we fix this? If it's someone I've hurt, if it's some issue that I've caused, how can I fix it in a practical way? And if I can't, well, can I approach this purification through my meditation and my study, which is what you're doing now? Next part, we sit with our holy being that we've invited into our space, and we rejoice. We say, I know that like I can confess, and maybe in a religious framework, confession's always been there. But what about rejoicing? That's something often that doesn't happen. To feel good about the good things that are going on in your life, the good energy, the good things you've done, the amazing qualities that you have. So think of some incredible things that are going well and projects you're working on, things that you do for others, things you do for yourself. And rejoice, feel a sense of spiritual pride for winning at these things. Maybe it's a habit you've broken or overcome. You've made a difference to somebody else's life, even in a small way. It's something to be happy about and grateful, appreciate. Let's think of those things now for a moment. Okay, good. Then the next is to ask your holy being to please stay in your life. There's a certain karma that we generate by requesting that enlightened beings appear and live in our world. We call them from afar by doing so, and they're with us. We ask them to stay, please stay, please stay, please stay. And then we ask them to continue teaching us. And maybe they teach us in different shapes or forms. What I'm trying to see is the people that cause me conflict and trouble. Maybe they are teaching me something enlightened as well. Maybe I'm learning through my experience and seeing the divine in even difficult people. And there's obvious teachings like what's happening now, or books, or recordings. So we ask our holy being, please continue to teach, to turn the wheel of the Dharma. And finally, they smile, they're happy with us. We've created a wonderful connection. We've gone through the 6 stages of the prayer. We leave the last one for the end of the class. And the holy being in front of us shrinks to the size of our thumb. They fly to the top of our head and face the same way we do. And then they slowly enter into our crown chakra, and they make their way slowly down the central channel, what is called the Sushumna Nadi, past our throat and moving their way to our heart center. And at our heart center, we have made a sanctuary for them. And they stay there and they shine their light throughout our entire being, purifying us and giving us joy and clarity. And we dissolve that imagery and take a nice deep breath to end this practice. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Happy birthday for yesterday, Cakes.
Thank you very much. And apologies for the dogs barking. I realized my mic was off, so sorry.
Oh, we didn't hear them. We didn't hear them. Hi, Andrea. Welcome. There we go. Awesome. So I thought we could start with a little rejoicing. You know, there's Internet. Hello, Internet. Thanks for joining. I thought we could start with a little rejoicing today. If you like, if you don't want to, that's fine. You don't have to turn on your microphone or put your camera on or whatever. But what is rejoicing? It's just basically feeling gratitude and feeling happy for something that's going on in your world, right? Something good that's going on in your world. And I'll start. I feel a lot lighter lately. I realize that I've been in quite a depression because of all the drama from last year, and slowly starting to improve. Right, feeling like a lift in my mental health. So I'm enjoying that, and I feel that we do the work, right? It doesn't just happen. You've got to go through it. You've got to sit with it. You've got to deal with it. And I think in many ways, I can't say I've dealt with everything very well, but at least there's a new year and a new day to carry on. So I'm feeling happy about that. Anybody else would like to rejoice about something going on that's good in their day, in their life at the moment? We can just go around. Perhaps Belinda, come on in. Thank you.
Mark, I agree with you about January. Difficult things going on in everybody's lives. I see in my clients' lives as well, and mine as well. I'm struggling with struggling being present within an illness right now. But I'm rejoicing because my Ireland trip, where I'm taking a lot of people on a pilgrimage to Ireland, is successfully happening, and 12 people have booked so far. So I've got excitement, and I think the way to change disease is through joy and being excited and looking forward to something. So I'm very glad and graciously accept the gift of spirit.
Thanks, Belinda. I rejoice that your retreat is full and that it's going well. And I'm wishing you quick healing for whatever you're going through. And I agree with you. I think it's, if we can just stay positive and happy and joyful, that's such an antidote to the disease, right? Yeah. So keep riding that wave, and all the best. I remember seeing your photos on social media of the last retreat you did, and it looked incredible, all the sacred sites and meditating in beautiful spots. So that's incredible.
It's just amazing. I cannot even begin to explain what it is like to do a meditation in a stone circle. I'm glad to be able to be going back.
Wonderful, wonderful. And you
Thanks, Mark.
and all the people that benefit from your wisdom and your ability to hold space for them. Well done.
Thank you.
Any other rejoicing going on today?
Sorry, Antoinette. I just want to say that I'm really glad that this forum started again. It always brings me impetus in my practice, and it's like an anchor. So I just want to say thank you to you and to everyone who's part of it. Really, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Cakes. I must say, it's same for me. It's always good to work towards building something for these classes, and gets me out of my stuff. So it's just, I'm also grateful for it, so I appreciate that. Impetus, I love that word. Yeah. And happy birthday for yesterday again. Antoinette, you had your hand up there. What are you happy about today?
Yeah. Hi guys, I haven't been here for a while actually. Sure. Also lots that's happened in my home, well, in my life, and I moved home and a whole bunch of stuff. And it's taken me a long time to get my feet, to land back on my feet. Feels like it anyway. But I'm really rejoicing that my morning practice I've actually got routine back, which I'm so enjoying. I wake up, I do meditation, I go for a quick run around the block, and then I jump into my pool and sit there for a little bit into that cold water, and then I feel like I can start my day. And that for me is just so, like, the body, mind, spirit thing is when I run around the block, I tune into there's an app, I think it's called, what is it called? Ed something. Anyway, they summarize books. So they take a whole book and they crunch it into like 10 minutes or whatever. And so I put that on and I feel like, okay, I've done my reading, and it's just these little goals, well, little achievements rather, that, it gives me joy, and it makes me feel like I've got a purpose again, for myself. And I'm glad that you've started the Saturdays again, because it always used to be such a big part of my routine, every Saturday morning. So yeah, I won't be able to join every Saturday, but I'm definitely going to try. And it's that spiritual food as well that just comes in. So thank you very much for continuing again with this. It's good to see all your faces.
Amazing, Antoinette. And she's very humble, because Antoinette's been causing absolute incredible community and togetherness in Cape Town with her sound journeys that she's been offering at no charge. And I mean, how many people are coming? 30, 40?
On Christmas Day, there was 72 people.
What?
And tomorrow seems like it's going to be a very big one. Yeah.
Gosh.
So it's just, I started doing it for myself. I took the bowls into the forest because the forest called me and I wanted to know how far the sound would carry in the forest.
Yeah.
So I took 3 bowls in and I was quite not scared, but just aware of going into the forest with these bowls, not knowing will I offend people, but also I didn't know whether it was 100% safe. So I just did it. And I shared it with a friend and she said to me, no, come now. We're going to take all 7 bowls.
Sure.
So I had one person and then I shared it. And then 2 other friends phoned me and they said to me, are you crazy? Come now. We also want to come. So they came and then they said to me, come on, we're going to start doing this. You have to do this. If you want to, why don't you just start doing it? And I just put it out there. But I've always had this deal with myself that even if people don't show up, I will show up. So, but people just keep on showing up. And there's been, the first little group, I put it out on the Wednesday, I think, and there were 12. And from there it was 18 and then 33. And last week was 57 or something. So it's just, and people, I feel full. I feel so full when I leave there. And it is touching people's lives. So I feel grateful that I am willing to show up, to share this, to be a channel, to share with the world. And I'm looking at myself some days and all like just, I'm going to just say this because we did this in the mindfulness training, right? You're actually a fucking amazing being that you get up at 5 in the morning on a Sunday when everybody else is still sleeping, packing your bowls, going into the forest and doing this. And I'm not doing it. I'm doing it because I'm hearing it. And I know that it's my calling for now. I've also got to deal with myself that I'm committing until winter starts. And then we'll reassess it to see where it's going. But it is touching people's lives. It's touching people's lives who don't want to invest and put out 100 rand to go for a sound journey because they're not sure, and things like that. And other people who just like want to come. So I don't know. I am humble about it because I'm not fully understanding the impact of it, but I understand it when I see the people arriving.
Amazing.
So,
it's such a beautiful story. Just sitting there with your bowls alone and starting a project, and then the next thing there's like 70 people that are coming. I mean, it's just mind-blowing. Well done. Can't wait to see you in action there in the forest. We will soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Antoinette. Great story.
Pleasure.
Wow. Catherine's got a hand up. Catherine, we're rejoicing. Such beautiful stories. What would you like to rejoice about today? I can't hear you for some reason. Can you guys hear Catherine? No?
No? Is somebody talking?
Catherine, it says that you unmuted, but we can't hear you. No, it's not coming
Can
through.
you hear me now?
Yes, there we go.
Oh my goodness.
We can hear you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I saw nodding heads. One of the things I'd like to rejoice on this year, I decided to start with a new practice. And it was actually a seed that was planted attending this course last year. So every morning I start my day off with a meditation. And I'm currently based at a home out in Fourways. And it's a beautiful, lush, expansive garden with varied forms of green all over the place. And I go and sit in the center of this and I do my meditation every morning. And I've gone over the 21-day mark. So little things that I've started noticing, I'm a lot more conscious and present in conversations. My mind is not rushing here, there, and everywhere. And this past week, I had one or two socials, so I didn't get to do my meditation as regularly as I wanted to. And the outcome of that was I had a complete Portuguese moment with a colleague. I, I was embarrassed by my behavior, and I realized that it was because I hadn't been doing my meditation every day this past week. So, yeah, a bit of funny something to share with you all. And yeah, I'm looking forward to exploring this further. Thank you.
Amazing. So happy to hear that you've passed the 21-day mark and you've noticed the difference between, you know, when you don't meditate, how reactive we are. And if you meditate, it sort of feeds into that responsive behavior rather than reactive. But well done. I mean, that's power. That's power. Keep going. Just so happy to hear that, Catherine. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Amazing. Brilliant stories, and so much to be happy about. Andrea, hi. What are we rejoicing about today?
Hi, Mark. So I just want to say something, I guess, very similar to what Catherine just shared, but it's not just in terms of meditation. It's just that I'm very grateful for, I guess, just the little habits that I do every day that I try and, sort of am more conscious about. If I look back a year ago and where I was and what kind of space I was a year ago, and then, I kind of noticed the change, a lot from October last year. I know I did share in the group last year that I'd started running. And I've been very consistent with it, which is very cool because it's obviously something that I used to love. And it's 4 months now. I've been running for 4 months. And it's not just the running, it's just the little things, like just being, sort of present and doing, things like hydrating, and going to bed at a reasonable hour, and I'm up early because I'm an early person, so just little things, and just really noticing a huge difference in how I feel in my performance and that. So yeah, like as I say, I'm very grateful I've picked up the running again. It's been something that I haven't run for 4 years, so it's been a long time.
That's awesome, Andrea. Well done. I know that you said you were going to start, and now you've been going, so that's phenomenal. I'm so happy.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mark. It's just like, as I say, it's kind of that, that tiny habits thing, like the little things and the little changes that you make every day. And I think it helps that you can monitor it. Obviously my watch is linked to my phone.
Yeah.
So if I look back, like I started on the 4th of October, and I literally managed 3Ks, and it was probably more walking than running.
Yeah.
And I'm doing a 21 next week Saturday. I'm doing a race. I've done 21 since, like I did it 2 weeks ago, but yeah, it's very cool.
Fantastic. Well, you inspire me. You absolutely inspire me. So I'm gonna do my best to also start running. It's my Zoom account is saying that I only have 9 minutes left. Obviously, I haven't upgraded my. So I don't know what that means. Does anybody know if you're doing a Zoom, can you log off and come back in, or?
So Mark, what easy thing to do if it bounces off, then we just use the same. We just log in again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just log in again.
Yeah, I know it's been moaning at me let me see, maybe I can quickly upgrade. Anyway, I'm not sure. Maybe that's going to take too long. Sorry, guys. Now I know Zoom's been on my case. Right. Thanks for all the pay. What's your rejoicing while we're still here?
So, end of October, I was so ill. I lost the whole of November. I suffer from chronic pain. So the pain came back tripled up. I thought I was dying. I thought I was dead. I had no energy. I had nothing. I had pain in my arm, my whole body. I lost 15 kgs. It was just drama. And when I went to go and see all the doctors, because you know, when you see specialists, you always have to book your appointment. The appointment comes six weeks. Come and see me, you know. So I only managed to see my doctors in December. And in December, when I saw my doctors, they all said, well, we can't do anything for you now because everybody's going away on holiday. So we're just going to up your meds. We'll give you injection. We'll see you in Jan. So last week, went to go see all my neurologist and orthopedic surgeon, and every single one of them said, don't need to operate. Let's just monitor. We'll just up the pain meds a bit. Let's just monitor. You just carry on doing what you've been doing, resting, exercising, walking, and we'll see you in 6 months. So my whole house and everybody, my family is all happy, and I'm happy because I did not want to be in hospital again. It would have been my 6th time in the hospital. So that's my rejoice.
Wow. Well done to you. Fantastic, Pay. And I mean, also, you've just done your park run, which means you're doing all the right things for your health.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think also my yoga and the meditation and all of that really helped me go through when it was the worst, because you know, you go through like a depression because you actually ask yourself when you're in that pain in the midst of everything, what, why? And God, just take me because I don't even want to be in this. Why am I in this? So, you know, you have to try and find, it's like you're in the dark and you have to find the light. So, you know, the meditation and just having a strong mind just kind of helped. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Wow. Thanks, Pay. That's a very inspiring story. This is so much better than watching Netflix, right? You get to hear all these happy stories from everyone in their lives. I'm going to encourage us to log off and log back on. I want to give Red a chance to rejoice just straight after if Red wants to, but let's just log off and log back on if that's okay. Sorry, guys.